we've got over 6 million students in the state and something like 340,000 teachers. So it's like moving a gigantic ship, and it's a slow process, but it's a matter of spreading this all out. So I think we're faring quite well. I think California is furthest ahead of any state in the country, but there are many, many challenges. And, obviously the pandemic crisis is causing some of those because it's making it difficult for teachers to go out and experience the real world with kids. So that's some of the challenge. But on the positive side, there are more and more districts every day who are taking these things to heart because they're learning about them. Some of them are learning about it and as they're adopting new instructional materials. So for example, when the state developed its science framework, and that was approved in 2016, and the publishers produced new instructional materials that were approved by the state board or adopted by the state board in 2018. And then it's a multi-year process for them to take on those new instructional materials. This happens with all the disciplines, but I'm going to use science as my example. But so if you looked at the process now, the state board has approved a list. I think there are 28 different publishers that are included in the list of approved materials. And then each district goes through the process of reviewing those materials and they use a tool which helps them look at their needs, their district needs. What are the socioeconomic circumstances of each of their community? The breakthrough on that was that tool that was developed by the California County Superintendent's Service Association, it's called CSESA. That tool that they've developed with the California Department of Ed and a number of organizations, actually the second item that they are supposed to look at is how well the instructional materials incorporate the environmental principles and concepts. So this idea of environmental literacy is an integral part of what they're teaching in science and other disciplines. It has really started to get built in, but it's a slow process. The districts will be adopting those new science materials over the course of 3 years at least.